Hey, folks. Okay, right, let me grab music. That should be about the right kind of volume. Yeah, I say it's been I've got like a couple weeks at this point. I have been pretty busy the past couple weeks. Yeah, it's going good. It's going good. I've been quite busy this past couple of weeks. I've not really had much time to work on Flower. I've had a lot of games to prepare, a lot of other side work I've been doing. Had like some work to catch up on, and I'm pretty much all good now. We are at a state with Flower where I'm quite close to finishing all of the stat blocks. I only really realized this the other day. I went and did some work in my own time on some of the monster conversions, but yeah, we're actually reasonably close to finishing. The few bits of art I sort of commissioned from AJ, those are done now too. So realistically, I just need to go full steam ahead, and over this week, I want to try and finish hopefully all of the stat blocks for this book, and then I can go in and spend the next sort of 2 or 3 weeks, maybe hopefully less than that, writing all the flavor text. That is the plan at the very least. So my list of monsters left to do includes the Kelpie, which I will do in my own time, new Myconids, new Woodwoads, the Kelp Angler, which I may also do in my own time, but I haven't decided that yet. I did. It looks very good. I will. No, I will show them. I will show some of the art I got. So some of the art, there's like 4 or 5 pieces. I think it's nothing crazy, but I want to do a plant titan. I want to do those purple plants that I found really cool stock art of, because I really like that stock art. It's just really good. And I want to do evil Myconids. That's a big thing I want to do. Let me see if I can go find like the art, because it depends where AJ has posted it. Oh wait, hang on. She's probably stuck it in the art folder. Let me go check like the actual place I'm supposed to be looking for this kind of shit. Some random miscellaneous tab open that I only just noticed. It was like a stat block. This keeps catching on my zip and it's making a horrible noise. Right, here we go. Ooh, she might not have put it in here yet, actually. AJ's out at the moment, so I can't. Yeah, I can't go grab it. I can get the Spine Fondler. Yeah, I think, yeah, like, they're, is the Kelpie a plant in... Yeah, it is, yeah, it is cool. I like the idea of, I think it's more that it's just not really referenced as like a horse in any way, and I think that's kind of dumb. Like, it's just like inherently what a Kelpie is. Let me see if I can get the Spine Fondler Rocks. I just have to scroll up in my DMs with AJ. I need to go and find it. I don't know how far I have to scroll. Oh, no, not far. Okay, right. So, it's pretty nasty. But, here it is. I'm gonna do this and keep it really tiny. So there it is. There it is. Sadly, this white background, I can't really remove this. At least I don't think I can. But yeah, he's bad, isn't he? He's very unpleasant to look at. His little skeletal hands with the big spider legs. Yeah, he is not pleasant to look at all. I like the AJ's done like a very painterly style for all of the monsters in this book. It looks very good. Yeah, you see all the mycelium. Yeah, so very happy with this. I think it's very cool. Right. Let me grab one of my ideas I was going to do. So I might start with the Kelp Angler, because I think the Kelp Angler is actually going to be kind of interesting now that I've sort of looked into it a bit more. I just need to go find the letter K. G, 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 J. Oh, perfect. There's a J, and there's going to be two Ks. There's the Kelpie and the Kelp Angler. So the Kelp Angler is an interesting monster. It's a weird one, but it is kind of cool. They are large. Yeah, so I was gonna have them be thicker than they were, but not like massively so, but like, you know, I wanted them to be long and spindly, but not so like rail thin. And we had to make them a bit thicker as we went through. But yeah, it needs to be like, you can envision that thing, you know, scuttling towards you at speed, you know, like being completely stock still and then just going for you. So I think there is nothing more like viscerally horrifying to think about than looking at something that's completely stock still and then it very suddenly moving at full speed towards you, like a high acceleration of like a movement speed. I think is so much scarier than the thing actually looking scary. It certainly helps, but Let me see if I can actually find the stats for the creature. Oh. The Kelp Angler is apparently in Ravenloft. Because there's one of the links here is the Fraternity of Shadows. I used the Fraternity of Shadows a lot when I was writing my Ravenloft books. Ah, yes. I showed the art for the Spine Fondler just now. I'll go see if I can. Bit of that, bit of the fact that I have been very busy the past. I haven't streamed in a couple of weeks, I don't think. But no, I can't actually find the stat block for this thing. Oh well, that's fine. I will make an adaptation. Yeah, I'll say it is viscerally horrifying. And there's the Spine Fondler art. It's bad. It was a bad time. Right. This wire keeps catching on this zip. It's so frustrating. I'm not even sure if it's showing up on the mic, but I can hear it. It's right in my fucking ear. It's horrible. It's done it again. God damn it. Hang on, I'm just gonna take this fucking jacket off, I swear to God. There we go. Right. Oh, it suddenly decided to be cold again today. I can't decide whether it's spring or whether it's winter still. It was like 15 degrees yesterday, and now it's like 6 Celsius. I have no idea what that is in Fahrenheit. 6 Celsius is... I have no idea, never mind. 40. And 16 is 60. Right. Oh, of course, yeah, I changed the keyword for me typing this in. Right. So the Kelp Angler, it is a large plant. It is unaligned. Yes. Speed on land to be like 5 feet, and swim, they're probably not very far. I would say 20 feet. They're not immeasurably slow, but they're not fast either. The only thing I would really want the stat block for is just to know what their stats are. I would assume they have like, sort of like nine decks, probably fairly. I don't know. Well, we can extrapolate. They're CR 9 apparently, but I think that's kind of high. Let me see how many. It's the Obliviax, Treant. Oh, that's the Spine Fondler. There's a few CR. Yeah, that doesn't really feel. Is there any CR8 creatures? There's the Kokopult, the Guarian Moisture Leech, the Jabio. CR7. Dread Blossoms. Oh, that's it. That'll be what we go for then. CR7 sort of fill out a CR that hasn't really been done too much, or hasn't been done much, should I say. Like the others are, have a perfectly satisfactory number of monsters, and 7 only has 1. So I really should keep a spreadsheet of the monsters I make and the CRs. Like I'm not too, a CR6 monster is just as usable as a CR7 monster as long as the thing is well designed, right? Like, it doesn't really matter. Monsters come in tiers. You have like the little baby tier monsters, which are like CR1 and lower, and then you have like tier 1 monsters as like 2 to 5, tier 2 monsters which are like 6 to 10. Like I say, doing them in tiers is kind of like not really, like, they don't map to player level tiers, but I guess different monster tiers. Yeah, you have like wiener baby monsters, weaker monsters which are like 1 to 5, stronger monsters which are like 6 to 10, very strong monsters which are like 11 to 15, like very dangerous boss monster to like a party of, level 9 characters is 16 to 20, and then 20 plus is like you are in tier 3, tier 4 player kind of zone, and you need to be, these things will fuck you up kind of situation. They do have eyes, but they also have blind sight. Oh, they use sonar. That's very cool. Okay, I like that. That's very interesting. Oh yeah. Generally, yeah. Most content should be mapped to that sort of level of play. The Kelp Angler is probably immune to exhaustion and prone. According to this, it's immune to cold, but I don't really see why. That seems kind of silly. Fuck it, why not? It was immune to cold, sure. Skills, has stealth. It's good at that. Oh, I forgot to fill out its stats, or the rest of its stats. Let's go 18 strength, so quite strong. And intelligence, they seem like more intelligent than like your average plant, you know? But not overly smart either. Like, this is the average, and, you know, like, stat spread I give plant intelligence. But I might go more... Yeah, they don't do it as much now, but, yeah, I guess, being resistant to cold makes you automatically succeed on saving throws against extreme cold environments. So it's sort of implying that this thing can survive in... I guess it could be resistant to cold, but at that point I would just give it more resistances. Yeah, I'm gonna go resistant, because that feels more... Resistant, cold. Let's give it fire resistance as well. Sure, why not? It's made of kelp, it's always wet. It's 5. No saving throws. Exhaustion prone. Sensors. Oh. Line sight, 60 feet. Let's go 30. Let's go 30. And let's increase these stats. That's 5. That's going to be 10. Let's go 7. This thing is doesn't speak a language, but it is like reasonably intelligent. So down to sort of 6 or something. Stealth plus 3 is 2. Yeah, okay. Plus 5 stealth, passive perception, 10. Let's get unusual nature. I don't think I'm going to give this thing magic resistance. I'm definitely not going to give it legendary resistance. So the angler doesn't require sleep. Yeah, the that's something I need to check. I think there might be an error on something. Let me just check something real quick. Oh, I did it again. I don't know how I ended up accidentally changing that, and that's very weird. Whatever. Right, so CR7, unusual nature. It's gonna, yeah, the classic. It's gonna have false appearance. Oh, that was one of the things I did at the man trap. This is an ordinary clump of seaweed. That's kind of dark in here. There we go. because I'm south facing here, so there's hella glare coming in there. What other abilities does this thing have? It can confuse you. It can entangle you. Oh, it also has, yeah, it has, they use sonar. Yeah, they have echolocation. That's actually very cool. Hang on, I can show you the art for this actually. Looks like this. So this is sort of the thing on top. This is like the creature, and then it's sort of seaweedy-like appendages. So yeah, that's the sort of yes, it is kind of interesting. I've been putting it off for a while. I'm not really sure why. Right. The angler makes 2 tentacle attacks. I guess we're going to give it grappler. Let me see if I spelled that right. Or I wrote that ability out right. Ooh, close. It has advantage on attack rolls against any creature grappled by it, not it is grappling. But close enough. So melee weapon attack, let's give it, well, it has +7 to hit. Has a reach, should have a reach probably about 10 feet. That seems kind of reasonable. 1d6 plus 4 bludgeoning damage. So that's 7 bludgeoning damage. Escape DC 15. Let me look at constrictor snakes, because they have this kind of attack. Until the grapple ends. It's not while the grapple persists. Until the grapple ends, the target is restrained. So it doesn't really have like a mouth or anything. Angler touches a creature within 5 feet of it, sapping the magic from it. Let me look at the Starspawn Emissary. I think it's the greater one that has this ability. Okay, no, it doesn't have quite that area. I forgot about this thing's mind cloud. It's disgusting. Any spell of third level or affecting the target ends. Wildfire is all right. I have one in my Cold of the Netherdeep game right now. It's all right. The Wildfire Spirit scales kind of poorly, but its abilities are actually very strong. Particularly the teleportation ability is really good. Wildfire Druid will eat your bonus action like every turn. Super bonus action hungry. Spores Druid, if I remember correctly, the Spores Druid thing deals poison damage and is immediately kind of garbage. But if that's not the case, I will find out. It does necrotic damage. Never mind, it's probably fine. I don't know. Yeah, Spores Druid seems okay. Yeah, that's the big one. I think Spores Druid is just kind of, Wildfire Druid is pretty good. It does have some very exciting abilities. Sadly, the most exciting ability you get is Cauterizing Flames. Like Cauterizing Flames is cool as hell. It's like easily my favorite ability on maybe any class. Personally, Druid really doesn't interest me all that much because I don't like Wild Shape. I think it's kind of lame. The only Druid that really interests me all that much is Stars Druid, and that exactly one ability the Wildfire Druid has. As a Druid, yeah, no, you're not losing anything. I don't think there are any reaction. No, there is Absorb Elements. That's a thing. But I guess if you're in a situation where you know Absorb Elements is going to be useful, you just don't use Halo of Spores, I guess. What are the other leveled features for? There's Halo of Spores, there's Symbiotic Entity, which is just kind of bad, honestly. Oh, it's an action? Yeah, Symbiotic Entity is fucking terrible. And unless you're able to use it before a fight, it fucking sucks. I really wish Fungal Infestation was actually good. It's not good, but I wish it was. Can say, played a Necromancer, zombies are garbage. They're fucking terrible. This is complete dog shit. It's fun to be able to like raise a zombie as a reaction, but zombies are bad. Yes, Spores Druid is like, all of its abilities are like this close to actually being good, but none of them are all that good. Which is disappointing because it's actually very cool. I like Halo of Spores on principle. Fungal Infestation is very cool, it's just that it sucks. It really sucks. And the other abilities are... Fungal Body is boring. I mean, it's pretty good, but it's boring. Spreading spores seems good. I think it's more that every single one of its abilities are individually like 10% away from being good, which makes the subclass as a whole just kind of bad. Which is a shame because it's actually kind of cool. Effective target ends. Then for each spell, a 4th level higher effective target must make a. I'll take a rush for the sub.
Give me the plant.
For each level of spell dispelled by this action, the Kelp Angler gains 1d6 temporary hit points. This has the capacity to give a lot of temporary hit points. Even just 3 third level spells, that's like it's like 9d6 temporary hit points. Maybe a d4 instead. Because you get someone who has like 6 spells on them, and they're all of different levels. There's like a first, a second, and a third, and a fourth. Yeah. Well, okay, it's not that bad. It's 10d4. Yeah, that's really not that bad actually. Yeah, a d4 feels fair. Let me look at Let me look at Umber Hulks, because I think Umber Hulks have this kind of deal. Be around what? Ah, okay. Yeah, the Wildfire Druid in my Netherdeep game is a Ganassi who summons a fiery spectral clone of himself. Um, um, uh, Take reactions and rolls a d8 to determine what it does during its turns. On a 1 to 4, the creature does nothing. On a 5 or 6, the creature takes no action but uses all its movement to move in a random direction. On a 7 or 8, the creature makes one melee attack against a random creature, or it does nothing if no creature is within reach. That I like. I think that's cool, because we can have, yeah, and that's the right sort of size for a stat block, because we can get a bunch of lore that goes down here and goes down to about here, and then we can have the art fill up this section here. That's good. I'm happy with that. We just need hit points and an AC. It did take a while, but I was just trying to like iron out all the little bits. I have some tea. I should probably drink that. 15, we'll say. 16 con, let's go 12 d10 for starters. I feel like its damage is very low. Oh, fuck. Wait, no. I can fix this. Perfect. That's a weird bit of dead space, but it's much better than the actions being there. Let's go here. Let's go 11. This is like a CR7 creature. That's like a pretty pitiful amount of damage. Otherwise, that's +7 to hit. I guess it has a DC, so we should focus on the DC. That's more important, really. DC 15 +7. Yeah, that works. That's all good. I guess we'll keep it at +7 then, because that is the higher of the two CRs to care about. It has Dispelling Touch. You know, actually, hang on. Maybe this thing should have magic resistance. Well, it actually makes sense. Perfect. That's a very symmetrical looking stat block, very tidy. Big fan. Let's go 15 AC. start with that number of hit points. Damage-wise, we're looking at like 44 damage. That's a lot of damage. CR6. Apparently, we can tone it up a bit. What about 66? That's a bit much. That's like CR10. Maybe if we bring the damage down, but then give it more attacks. Oh no, it already has 3 attacks. I'm stupid. Let's go 2d4 plus 4, because that's 9 damage. Or maybe if we just go 1d10. Yeah, let's just go 1d10. That makes it a bit swingier. So it's like, oh, you could take like 48 damage. Not 48. 28. 28 damage. It's 9 times 6? 54. CR8 offensively. It's actually like very dangerous. It grapples you, it restrains you, it gets a hold of you. This thing's definitely like CR8, CR9 offensively. And then we can sort of bring it some... Let me just like give it like 60 extra damage here. Get it to offensive CR9. I'll tone the hit points up a little. Just a little more. Let's find the breakpoint. Okay, found the breakpoint. Let's go back down to where we were before. 16d10. And 3 16s is 32... 48? Yeah, it's 48, right? Yeah. I don't know why that... I thought about 48 and thought on it for like 3 seconds and was like, is that right? And yes. Yes, it is. Oh, this is a little high up. That should... Yeah, that's better. I was a little too low down. Yeah. This is also like the most dangerous thing that lives in the sewer. And that is actually on the wiki as well. They live in like the sewers of Waterdeep. They're also found in the ocean layers of the abyss. A talented nature could bring a kelp hangler to the air, to their air. Okay, I've never heard air used in that context before. That's interesting. Right, those are all the old monster conversions done. It's just outright finished. So, up next, we can look at doing new myconids, new woodwoads, and the new woodwoads are probably just going to be making regular woodwoads a little bit more interesting, and then making like 1 or 2 more woodwoads. Maybe just the one. And the new myconids, I'm not sure exactly. Like, it's just something I want to do. Yeah, that's sewers, swamps, and yeah, definitely just like, you know, near the shore in the ocean as well. All seems like a fairly interesting, like, kind of vibe. But yeah, I say the all of the like, yeah, what else can we do next? Because the new myconids, it's just like an idea. It's just something I kind of want to do. I don't really know exactly how to go about doing it. Like, what new myconids can we, other than just doing a spellcaster one, which is kind of bland. I don't really want to do that. You know, I did it for the treants because I had other ideas, like making a treant warrior and like the swarm keeper and stuff like that. That was like something I wanted to do, and make a, you know, treant spellcaster. But with myconids, is like, I'm not really sure what to do. And if cutting them is like what I have to do, then so be it, right? Like the Myconids aren't really for fighting. They're neutral aligned. They're chill guys, like by design. I'm fairly certain the Myconids. The Myconids are like, if there's a list of like creatures you can inherently just kind of trust in the Underdark, you got Flumps, and then it's Myconids. Because unless you fuck with Myconids, they're just kind of chill. They're lawful neutral. Yeah, like, they have their own, way of life, and they're kind of protective of it, but, like, as long as you don't fuck with them, they're, like, fine to put you up for a little while. Svirfneblin, I don't really know, like, I don't actually know Svirfneblin lore, like, certainly Forgotten Realms lore, anyway, because that's sort of, certainly up until recently, that was, Forgotten Realms lore was sort of treated as, like, D&D canon, which is helpful, but was definitely a mistake. It single-handedly led to the big sort of like online blowout about like orcs and drow and shit that happened in, I want to say, like 2019, 2020. It was basically just responsible for that. But yeah, I say the I won't look at the Myconids for now. I might look at making one of the newer monsters. I'm gonna make those alien plants. I don't have a name for them yet. But hang on, let me grab them. There's some stock art I found that I very much liked. There's this guy, and then there's this guy. These to me, I know it's kind of generic to do it, but I really want to make these Mind Flayer plants, because Mind Flayers will stick their little fella, and by little fella I mean it's literally a little guy, it's a leech, in anything, and just to see what happens. They'll fuck around, they'll find out, and they find out very frequently. It goes poorly for them a lot, but because Myconids Mind Flayers are not very smart. Oh, I just came up with a name. Okay, right. Just came up with a name. A Cortex bloom. Yeah, that would make sense as well. I think it's more like they look kind of visceral and gross. I think I kind of want. I'm not just gonna make the two. It's just those are the two bits of art that I have, so I might as well make enough of these fuckers to like. Imagine this will probably be the rest of the stream, is making like all of the different Cortex blooms. So I'm gonna make the little one. Like the little one is this guy. Done it again. It's insert block now. So the thing is I kind of want to make these things aberrations as well, but dual-typed monsters are not really a thing. Like, I mean, they're just not a thing. I will obviously keep them as plants, but Cortex sprout, size, small, plant, Cortex bloom, alignment, neutral evil. monsters that... Hang on, let me look at monsters that don't know any languages but have telepathy. Cranium rats. There we go. Where's the Eulitharid? I have an idea. That's cool. I like that. Speed. 5 feet. No, I just realized like if I were to do the thing I wanted to do, they would literally be incapable of seeing anything, and that's very stupid. Right, so these things aren't too small, but that's because they're the little ones. Let's give it 14 con. Terrible, like just non-existent dexterity, and decent strength. This thing is going to be CR half. Condition immunities. Let me look at like mind witnesses and see what they've got. No, that's mind witnesses. One word. Can't be proned. That makes sense. They don't have eyes, so yeah, blinded, deafened, exhaustion, prone. Saving throws. Int +0, wisdom +2. Oh. Yeah, I guess I guess if it can see normally. Yeah, I guess the main thing is this thing can't see normally. But I will give it creature sense. Right. So it has like this little feeler. Oh, this thing has a climb speed, 100%. It's... no. Alright, see if I still got it. I really should just make a... I desperately need to make like a keyword inserter kind of program, but I know for a fact that it would be very complex. It would involve like AutoHotkey and like some kind of Excel spreadsheet or array. I don't know how arrays work in AutoHotkey. I should learn how arrays work. God, yeah, I should learn how arrays work. Either way. I just don't know how arrays work in anything, frankly. Like, when you embed arrays in arrays, like, that's, like, way over at that point. Programming knowledge is very rudimentary. I have made things that I am proud of. Namely an encounter day sort of generator for a home game of mine, which is very nice. But everything else, my programming skills are limited. Oh, I missed something. Climb on difficult surfaces. Oh, I can't fucking... There we go. I've done it in multiple places. Right. I say welcome in. Currently designing a gross mind flayer plant. Okay, that's cool. It's very much like the man trap. Actually, the man trap does that. The sprout makes... I mean, look at the art for this thing again. So I like this art a lot. I mean, actually, like, get the art open specifically as opposed to... Yep. I'm near the end, but I've nearly gone through like all my ideas and like conversions I want to do. So far, I've made the Kelp angler today, wherever that's gone. Yeah, Kelp angler. Made this guy, and I'm currently working on mind flayer plants. The sprout makes... Sprout makes 2 psychic lash attacks. Melee spell attack has +3 to hit. Reach 15 feet, 1 target, 1d4 plus just 1d4. Maybe just 3 psychic lash attacks, 1d4. Just 2 psychic damage. I want to say 13, 14. Oh wait, no, hang on, I'm doing the wrong thing. There we go. Search for the letter 1, and then find the ones that are. So there's 10, 16. There we go. I think that's the highest one. 12, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I have an idea for one plant titan, but I haven't done it yet. I might do it off stream, but I don't know. Depends. I'm going to make a concerted effort to work on this a lot more off streams, especially this week where the amount of work I have to do on games I need to run is actually quite low. Yeah, I have I did find some stock art that I quite liked for it. Oh, there's the spine fondler. I like this thing quite a bit. I just don't really know what to make it. This thing, I don't know if I want it to be a beholder or to just be a big plant titan. I can't really tell which would be more interesting. Either way, I'm going to be doing this guy. I might make a separate plant titan, like I don't know, like some kind of Giga Turbo monster guy. Psychic Lash. Psychic Intrusion. I might not give I might go like 8 and go +1 here. Mind Spore. Psychic Lash. Blind 2. I feel like there's definitely another Cortex creature could do that, but I don't think I'd give it to the Sprout. I like that though. After Flower, the next one I'm working on stream is Zombie, which is an undead bug, but I am obviously working on other bits and pieces in the background. I think I've mentioned before, but obviously my ability to stream is based on, obviously working on stuff on stream is kind of a double-edged sword because it encourages me to work, but it also means it discourages me from working when I'm not streaming because I want to show the stuff I'm working on. But if I don't have the energy or the ability to stream, then I don't work. I'm gonna try and not do that too much anymore. And either just work on it when I need to work on it, regardless whether I stream or not. It saves certain things for the stream, and also just stream more in general. I do have my schedule is easing off, like officially is easing off come sometime in probably next month. I have 2 games that are finishing outright around the same time. One of them I am like handing over that slot to someone else to run that game on a Saturday, so that frees up like a whole day in which I don't have any D&D prep to do, and that's my most intensive game at the moment and has been for some time. My Tuesday game, I will have about a period of about a month where I won't have, I will be preparing my next game, which I'm running Curse of Strahd for that group because I fucking love Curse of Strahd. That is my next step, is running Curse of Strahd for that group. Which suffices in the target's mind. Yeah, okay, right. Sprout psychically plants a poisonous thought in the mind of a creature you can see within 30 feet of it, which survives in the target's mind for 1 hour. I have a few books that will be coming out later on this year. I have something that's a maybe for October, and something that is hopefully a definite also in October. A book I've a Fiend book that I wanted to release last year, but because of a number of reasons, just both myself and AJ just did not have time. Like, this is a very joint project between myself and AJ, just because it is a huge book, and it's all her art, and like, I would show you some of the stuff we have so far. We have like a few bits for it, and fuck me, it looks so good. But I'm specifically not going to show it until I know for a fact that it's happening, and it's happening when I want it to happen, and we can tease it properly and be like, oh, look at this, But we're doing stats for all the Devil Lords, and new Demon Princes. We're doing stats for the Ultraloths, doing new Fiends, probably redesigning some old Fiends too. I haven't actually really looked into doing that yet, but that's definitely something I'm probably going to do, and I'll probably do that on stream. But all the new monsters, those are going to be, you will get to see those as you get to see them, right? But I'm very excited for that book. Like, there is exactly one piece of art that we have so far. It's not really a spoiler, it's of Mammon. And we're taking some artistic liberties with especially the Devil Lords, because a lot of them look like shit, frankly. Mammon's official design, he looks awful. I hate it. I fucking hate the way Mammon looks. So we changed it to probably the best piece of art AJ's done, for me at least. Certainly a contender. And easily the most interesting possible take, like flavor-wise, that you could have on a character like Mammon. It is like unbelievably sick. I'm not an excitable person, like at all. I'm not an excitable person. But fuck, like, that Mammon art is so good. Yeah, the Demon Lords are pretty much all slam dunks. I think it mostly is down to the fact that the Demon Lords have 5e art and most of the Devils don't. Like, Zariel, updated to 5th edition, look at Descent into Avernus. Zariel looks fucking awesome. That's amazing. If they did all the Devil Lords to that standard, like, I ain't touching Zariel in that book. That Zara, the Descent into Avernus, like, stat block and art for Zariel, perfect. It's just perfect. Like, I couldn't make that better even if I tried. I couldn't come up with something better. AJ couldn't draw something better. It's fantastic. That Zariel is perfect. If they did that for the other Devil Lords in the same way they did with the Demon Lords for Out of the Abyss, and then they put them out in the Murdy books as well, They are fantastic. But yeah. And whenever it takes psychic damage, it takes an extra 1d4 psychic damage. I'm just going to finish this. So I'm probably going to take a break and get a drink. I'll make a DC. If a creature... Oh, fuck. I forgot that was even a thing you could do. I just, like... I forgot that was... I was like, what the fuck is happening? Yes, I pressed Windows Control and then... Or I fat-fingered Windows while I was trying to, like, control, move around with the arrow keys. Fucking went to a different desktop. I don't even think... Do I even have anything? I forget that's a thing that Windows even has, like, as a thing. It seems so useless. Just seems like a great way to fucking throttle your computer and fucking give it a half-life. If a creature dies while afflicted with a mind spore, a new Cortex bloom grows in its dying brain from its skull. And let me look at Carrion Stalkers, because Carrion Stalkers have this. Spore remains in the dying brain. brain is destroyed. The Mind Sport 2 is destroyed. Yeah, I like that. That's very cool. Let me just give them hit points and the sword. I might make the Mind Spore a bonus, just to like... Bonus actions, once per day. Let's reset this. Haven't given it an AC, I'm thinking like 12. Like nothing particularly spicy. We're looking at probably 66 maybe. That's 12. It's like 33 hit points. And we've got +3 to hit, and we've got like 6 damage with the potential. We could feasibly be doing up to 12 damage, so I'll probably half that and do like 9. Yeah, that's the right sort of CR. Great. Very nice. Okay, I'm gonna take a break here. I'll be back in hopefully about 5 minutes or so. But yeah, I'll be back shortly. See you in a minute. I'm back. I made another cup of tea. So, let us carry on. I'm going to probably not. I mean, I'll try and make all the Cortex sprouts that I want to, but I'm not sure if I'm going to get that far. So there's a Cortex sprout. I guess I'll just do them alphabetically. I guess let me check something like let's check Murdyverse. Where's all Murdyverse? Oblexes is probably the best one to look at. They start with spawn, and then they do scale up with age. That's very good to know. So I probably open the curtains as well, because sun's going in and it's fucking pissing it down out there now. It's not really surprising, but right. So the Cortex sprout is here. If anything, actually, I imagine this thing is probably going to be one of these situations where this is on this side, this comes down, and then we put this. Like if I go, sticking a margin up here, probably get more height out of that. Yep. Oh, that's not really enough room to fit this art. Oh well, it's kind of sort of dimensions of like this and we'd sort of lose some of the bottom, but maybe that's fine. I don't know. I'll toy with it, but we'll see. That is actually kind of cool. We tried to do something. We did something else with Levistus because we do actually have art for him. The thing with Levistus is he is a guy. Like obviously we could change it, but he's a dude. He's generally meant to be like an attractive devil man. That's how he's always been depicted when he's in all capacities. It is, however, impossible to artistically represent someone who is trapped in ice and not have them look like a fucking idiot. I attest that we tried everything, every single piece of art that depicts Levistus inside a cube of ice or a shard of whatever. He looks like a fucking idiot. If he's mid-shout or whatever, he looks goofy. If he's grinning, he looks like a lunatic. It was a case of what we ended up doing was putting him in shackles of ice that encompassed most of his legs and basically kept him chained down, kind of like Tai Lung, but instead he's sort of like, he's up. He's kneeling down and he is chained to the ground. I mean, yeah, it's kind of like Tai Lung minus the tortoiseshell needle pin thing that he's got going on. That worked very well. Like, he's got frozen bits on the side of his head, he's covered in ice, he's covered in frost, but he's physically shackled with ice rather than being trapped in ice. And we figured his tomb is literally a tomb, right? Like, it's a building made out of ice that is also indestructible inexplicably. It removes the thing of like, oh, the ice makes him invincible. It's like, well, yeah, he's invincible. Like he can't. He's completely invulnerable. But we can just say the ice chains make him invulnerable. Yeah, it was like Levistus was really difficult. It was really, really difficult to actually like find an angle with Levistus where it worked. And I'm fairly happy with how it turned out, I think. I'm very much looking forward to how the rest of the Devil Lords turn out, because we're not making like huge sweeping changes to all of them. Some of them are just like, this is a good design, it just needs good modern art to represent it. Like, art that isn't like scanned at 144p from a book that was released in 2002. Glacier is a great example of that. Oh, we do have a general design for Fiena, actually. The stuff we're doing with Fiena should be very cool. Sort of giving her a general sort of style and a vibe. Should be fun. I don't know. So, insert, block. Let's just make a regular Cortex bloom. Medium plant. Cortex bloom. Did I give them an alignment? Neutral evil. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, let's just make this thing have an intelligence of 13 or 12. Right. So now all of this. Let's go. Now we'll keep it as is. So strength-wise, this thing should be stronger. It should be faster, or at least somewhat faster. Just all of its stats across the board are just better. Let's go 16 strength. This thing is going to be like CR3, I think. Oh, I want to say that's 700? Yeah. 700 XP is 3. Yeah, like it's basically a case of we want to be faithful where we can, except where the original idea is bad. Like Mammon. Mammon is a big snake guy with a head that is too big and a spear. Where's the symbolism? Where's anything? He looks like an idiot. So we made, like, I always thought, I think it's Pathfinder that has Mammon, and he's like this guy, he's like this gold-skinned, pot-bellied dude with like a vest and like the big Tim Curry Satan horns. I don't remember the movie, but I know it's Tim Curry and he's Satan. Legend. I know nothing about that movie other than the fact that Tim Curry is in it and he has gigantic horns because he's Satan. Or the Lord of Dark, he's Satan. I always thought that was the depiction of Mammon. That I believe it's Pathfinder art. And in Pathfinder, I believe, again, it is. In D&D, no. He looks like an idiot, and he sucks. So the idea I came up with is just better in every way, and the art we got is amazing. It's so good. Right, so Cortex Bloom, we can do this. And let's just do the Cortex Bloom. Yeah, that's because it's good. It's just good art. But yeah, no, his art is just like you can go look at what Mammon actually looks like. It's probably on like the Forgotten Realms wiki or something. It just looks fucking terrible. It's just bad art. It's not even it's not the art itself is badly drawn. It's not. It's fine. It's just the design of Mammon. It sucks. I'll see if I can go find it. Hang on, just so I can demonstrate my point without someone having to go diving through fucking fandom wiki. Here we go. His second edition art is only a portrait, and I honestly actually kind of like it. So yeah, this is 3rd edition art. He's just a snake. There's also this art too, which is worse. This 2nd edition art, which screams of that one Planescape artist. I do not remember who they are, what their name is, anything about them. But their art looks exactly fucking like... Everything looks just kind of ugly, but in a very clearly stylistically chosen way. This, I actually like this. But I know that underneath is just the rest of this, and it's stupid. So I threw all of it in the garbage and made something just I think is objectively better. And you will not get to see it for several months because we're still in like early dev stages right now. Yeah, AJ's gonna, now that she's finished on Flower, she'll be getting back onto the bandwagon for this book fairly soon. Yeah, the 2nd edition art has character, it has heart, even if it is kind of silly still. His 1st edition art is awful, but that's because it's 1st edition art, and all of the 1st edition art is terrible. I'm not even going to bother showing it. He's awful. Oh shit! I just copied an entire stat block. I didn't finish doing the stats again. Shit. Let's go 10, 16, 14. Oh yeah, the this is just like, you know, it's a sprout because it's a baby one is the idea anyway. But yeah, this is the regular Cortex bloom. That's like the default guy. I'll just copy Psychic Lash from here, and then so this is the generic Cortex bloom, right? This is like there's the little weak one, there's the generically decent one, and then there's going to be other specialist Cortex blooms, right? And then the big one being like the pitcher, which will be like, you know, CR9, CR10, or what have you. This thing is CR. It's +5 to hit. We're going to make it slightly faster. I'm very hungry all of a sudden, but I will survive, no doubt. Actually, I have a game to run later on tonight, but that's... I'll probably make this stat block and then finish up. I think, but let's go 15 with this, and that's... No, that's +2. Did I put +3 there? No, I didn't. I just changed it for some reason. So that should be 4 and 3. Okay, cool. Cortex bloom. Maybe I could just give the Mind Spore to the main one. I might do that. Make the little one simple, you know, it's just like a little guy. Like it's not really too big of a threat. And then this thing can probably be CR 4th. Oh, hang on, I need to... 27. Yeah, CR 4th. Yeah, because then the art can go in there on that right side. Why am I doing that? Here on this side. And then all the lore can go down here. And then the next page can have the main bloom on it. And then one of the specialist ones too. That works. We'll go with that. Oh, that was the thing I did. I made a second dandelion recently as well. I made a meadow tender. I might have done that on stream. I can't remember. It's been a while. I'm working on this for a long time. Almost at 40 pages though, which is very nice. We are very much approaching my sort of arbitrary, like, you know, my arbitrary limit of, or not limit, my arbitrary threshold of like the book should be at least this big. We're probably going to pass it, I imagine. Right. Yeah, I wasn't sure. So CR3, this thing doesn't do nearly enough damage. That's always the ticket, is just one extra die, see how it goes. AC, we're going to go AC 14. Natural armor. Oh, this thing should not have 10 dex. It should have, like, 5 dexterity. It's -3. 8, 6, 4. Yeah. Slightly more mobile in that it has 10 feet of speed instead of 5. Let's give this thing, like, a better reach as well. That's probably for the best. So, 14. We haven't given it any hit points yet, but we'll work that out soon. Ooh, yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, the sort of the subcategories of Cortex blooms that don't reproduce via their mind spores, and their mind spores do different things. I like that. That's attack bonus, save DC, so it's +5, does 3 hits, that's 18, that's 27 points of damage. That's actually quite a lot. That's got 4 already. That actually might be, maybe we'll go 2d4 +2, that's like 7, so 7 is 21. And then we're looking at 1d plus 1d6 for each of them. It's an extra 9, so 21 is, yes, about 25 damage. Yeah, okay, cool. Oh, I forgot to give it a passive perception. Did I get the first one a passive? No, I did not. Just 10. And this one has 11. I want them to be like different tiers. You know, like there's like, you know, they would be demonstrably different creatures as well. They'd, you know, have like other abilities, visual descriptions, things like that. Right. hit points. That's what we're doing. There we go. 12d8 gives it 12 times 3, 3 12, 36. That's 90 hit points. I found that the little one should have a reach as well. If reach. Oh, it's CR. It's CR4. Yeah. And Cortex Bloom. Yeah. I may try and work on these in my own time if I can, but I'm probably going to try and stream again tomorrow. So that should be... but yeah, I am going to stop here. Oh, Christ. Yeah, I'm going to stop here, and I'll pick things up again tomorrow if I can. I'll have to double check my schedule for tomorrow, but I think I'm okay for streaming tomorrow. I have a game in the evening, and I don't really have much prep to do for it, so yeah, I'll it's probably a safe bet. I should be fine to stream tomorrow, but I may be forgetting some like thing I'm like specifically doing that day. I'm not sure, but I'll find out. But yeah, it's good to be back. Hopefully I'll yeah, you too. I say hopefully I'll be able to finish all the stat blocks I want to do this week. If possible, I'll try and do the Kelpie in my own time. I might nix the idea of doing Myconids. Don't know. Haven't made that decision just yet. But I think I'm leaning that way. But we'll work it out. Either way, I'm gonna head off now. I'll see hopefully people tomorrow. If not, I will try again sort of Thursday, Friday. If I can, I'll stream every day during the week this week. But I don't know if I'll necessarily be able to do that. But either way, I'll see ya.